But anybody's watching now, they shut up because they say, if it can happen to this guy, it can happen to me.
Yet, anyone's observing now, they shut up on the grounds that they say in the event that it can happen to this person, it can happen to me. We don't discuss things that are garbage. We don't, for even a moment, engage gibberish my sibling. So we not in any event. Going to try and go there, such countless individuals in music and Hollywood dreaded this person. Did he as though he's unapproachable, hey fam, an ever-increasing number of craftsmen and realized characters are engaging for Tupac's situation. And think about what a considerable lot of them are prepared to drop Diddy, as he is presently presumably scrambling to keep his partners nearer than any time in recent memory, in spite of the fact that it has been a very long time since TESTIFY. It was as of late that there is some new headway for the situation, making individuals discuss it again. I mean, fans' loved ones never truly overlooked what happened. It was only that equity was not on their side in the previous years, making the genuine offender behind this wrongdoing out of prison. Express whatever you might be thinking, and screw the results. I think you rest easier thinking about yourself when you get out whatever should be said at the time and should be saved. And we as a whole realize who is the most discussed with regards to the conceivable suspect of what happened, despite the fact that nothing is affirmed at this point by the policing individuals in the hip bounce local area, are firm on their conviction that Diddy got something to do with it. Obviously, very much like me, you were additionally asking why they were always truly unable to nail the occurrence to Puffy, assuming that he was the genuine genius. Well, it seems to be his influence, cash, and impact assisted him with moving away from a ton of things not from this case. And since Key D has been captured, currently it's inevitable, until he recounts the account of how included that he is with what befallen Tupac, that as well as Suge Knight himself is logical going to affirm against this fella. Such countless individuals in music in Hollywood dreaded this person, did he as though he's unapproachable. Come on, this is on the money. He behaves like he could pull off anything. I mean, he is a notable individual, particularly in the RAP people group. Everybody appears to need to be on good terms with him. Too yet gone were those days, recollect, when his gatherings were something that many are anticipating each year. That isn't the case any longer, since let us just let it out. He is truly not generally so large as he used to be. Well, he may perpetually be recalled in the hip jump industry, yet he isn't as well known on an overall scale. Yet definitely, despite the fact that that was the case, his associations actually shield him from discussions and serious charges. Too, he had been blamed for prepping specialists like Attendant and Justin Bieber. Yet nothing happened, no activities at all, was forced on him. How he treated them, particularly Usher, was unpleasant, as well as a serious wrongdoing. So we've been getting hints from various specialists about the conceivable association of Diddy in Tupac's hit-and-run assault. However, they are not straightforwardly accusing Diddy. They are as yet uncovering fascinating subtleties that could point him at the scene, better believe it, very much like Key D and Diddy's previous guardian Gan Barganize shape. Likewise got a current remark about the matter. Evidently new proof has been found that could truly be useful for Tupac's situation. Catching wind of this, Diddy is most likely stressing over his opportunity. He could have pulled off a ton of things before, yet karma is gradually having its method for getting him this time. Hypotheses about Diddy employing somebody to end Tupac's life are unexpectedly re-emerging on the web by and by. And we know how strong the web and virtual entertainment is. Correct now, in those days, just the individuals who were truly put resources into what happened knew its subtleties. Yet this moment, it is so natural to know things with a tick of a button. And yet these folks are extremely confident, and they put stock in the strength of their pack, and they're savage and able to make a move. So you realize they additionally, it's essential for that group life. And they sort of embrace that this is Greg, a resigned LAPD official, who has been effectively discussing a few dim mysteries of this industry. He even claimed that Tupac's demise was undeniably arranged out. Even craftsmen like Eminem have dropped a few clues about Diddy's job for the Situation Insiders, are guaranteeing that Ice 3D Square was prepared to shout out about how Diddy concealed the wrongdoing and set the spotlight aside from him when the episode was still new. And we're under a government umbrella. We're working a more extensive racketeering case. And on top of that, once we figured out that the sales occurred in law, now we truly do have some legitimization for investigating it. Previous official Greg had been so put resources into this case that he frequently discusses it, that as well as his own hypothesis and examination are driving back to Diddy right. Currently individuals are discussing the conceivable breakdown of Diddy's realm, since an ever-increasing number of companions and realized specialists are walking out on him in view of its conceivable inclusion in Tupac's passing ice block is only one of the many individuals who are tracking down the boldness to specify Diddy's name about this. Likewise, now that they are prepared to discuss what they realize, it is simply protected to expect more realized characters will approach when required, and me examination, we don't have any idea. Yet what might truly happen to Diddy in the event that he will get researched, recount his story, or move away solid by, and by very much like before he unquestionably still got the cash and associations, deal with debates like this. Eminem's dubious verses are abruptly making adjusts online. Two individuals are saying that Eminem was inferring that Diddy recruited somebody to shoot Tupac. Is really intriguing that Diddy basically excused it as a joke. Assuming you've been following information about Diddy, you would presumably realize that he loves to evade serious inquiries in regards to allegations about him. You understand what individuals' minds are in many cases, roaming free, yet large numbers of these speculations. Likewise, check out certain individuals are excited about the likelihood that Diddy paid to feed cash to Keith D. Puffy, purportedly gave the cash, I heard, to Compress, yes, and Compress should give the cash to Kefi. And there, yes, yet he never gave the cash to Yet say thanks to God. He never gave him the cash. Right, consider it on the off chance that he gave the cash. Little dog will be in jail now. Cash for enlist a homicide for employ, obviously. There was this person called Compress that should channel the cash to Keith D. Yet Keith D. never gotten the cash for the head since Compress took off with it. Hello Keith, Metro Police. Come here. Hello Metro Police. Come here. Oak, thanks pal. On here, value your participation. Oak, stand here before the vehicle. That's right, we're going put it down. I realize, hold tight, put that down briefly. Everything right. A new court order was given by the police in Las Vegas for Keith D. This was intended to cover reality behind the proclamations and stories that he had been discussing in the past. We as a whole realize that there are bunches of individuals potentially elaborate here. Yet you see Diddy is truly holding up some influence to thinking about that this is a high-profile case. Yet he figured out how to move away from in the slammer for a really long time. No doubt, did affirm, no doubt, did you truly see a firearm? No. __. When you got the area, I got the dodging, so somebody from your vehicle, that is which begun taking shots at Tupac, and shook. At any rate, Keith D. is likewise Orlando Anderson's uncle. Recall him, he was the great suspect in Tupac's hit-and-run assault. In a narrative that was circulated on Netflix, he said that an individual traveler went for the gold Tupac. All that Keith D. will say from here on out, particularly before the court, would truly be significant in tackling this case and giving equity to both Tupac and individuals that help and love him. It could have required a long time to make to this leap forward. Yet what is important now is that the case is advancing, and equity is still not too far off. This case truly began with the East Coast-West Coast quarrel. The competition kept on being recognized by the two coasts, making it simpler to point fingers when turmoil happens. Oak. So when could we at any point do this? When might you at any point sign and show me the pen? This is my pen here. We had a TA enormous shook, definitely a year prior to the episode. happened, Tupac was proposed to be endorsed waiting for capital punishment records by Suge, the fellow benefactor himself. This should retouch the distinctions between two drifts, yet what they got is the demise of both Tupac and Big Deal, a considerable lot of not entirely set in stone to include Diddy's name for this situation. Everybody probably been so worn out on seeing him move away from everything except better. Believe it, Diddy's opportunity is currently numbered in light of the fact that Heath D is additionally in a difficult situation as of now. Individuals like Mike Tyson and Sneak Homie likely realize more than they let on it, with either there being taken steps to remain silent, or they additionally don't have any desire to engage in the show. No great explanation is they are presently here and prepared to stand firm for their companion. Tupac Isurma's nobody is truly protected, particularly those names who have been referenced for this situation. Somehow reality will come out. These individuals better clarify which side they are on. I wagered that there will be a ton of treachery.